Good morning everyone from Christchurch Sidcup and welcome to day 5 of the Good News Show. Woo! Come on. Hello, my name is Adam.
And I'm Caroline, and all week I have been sitting in the squeakiest chair in Sidcup.
And it's been annoying, but welcome to the final day of the Good News Show. But the fun doesn't stop here.
Yes, indeed. We've got church this Sunday. At 11 a.m. there are kids groups, and it's all done in a COVID-safe manner. So see you here.
So Caroline, have you got any good news for us this morning?
Yeah, I've read about these two beluga whales, Little White and Little Grey, who were captured and had to perform for years, but they've been transported in a special aeroplane and released into a quiet bay in an open water sanctuary in Iceland.
Wow.
As they've spent their lives performing, they don't know how to hunt. So staff feed them, but they're free to swim, and they've started following seabirds and chasing fish.
Wow, that is just incredible.
Yeah, really good news.
And I've got some good news as well. I've been reading about this 10-year-old boy called Mikey who lost his eyesight when he was 7 years old, but the footballer Messi has bought him a special Orcam device that fits into his glasses, and he can now play football and read and recognise faces.
That is fantastic. I'm so pleased to hear about that. Good news after bad. That's what I'm hoping for today. I wonder what the weather is doing.
Well, after yesterday's unique and unexpected weather conditions, I'm happy to tell you that today we can expect some more predictable weather. After early morning mist in all parts of the borough, it will be clear by mid-morning to the north, south, east and the west. There will be some showers developing over Belvedere and parts of Erith after lunch, and these will spread around the borough by mid-afternoon. As there will be breaks in the rain, there will be patches of sunshine in Bexley Heath and Damson. Towards the end of the afternoon, we can expect to see an incredible rainbow. It will be visible from all parts of the borough and will cover the whole region. It may be the biggest and best rainbow I've ever reported on. You won't want to miss this. This rainbow is set to stay until sunset. This has certainly been an unusual week of weather, the strangest I can remember, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. Back to you in the studio, Caroline and Adam.
Oh, I love a rainbow. It's got to be my favourite sort of weather.
Brilliant. And now it's time for Jokes of the Day.
Come on.
How do you start a teddy bear race? Ready, Teddy, go.
What does a nerdy pepper do? Get jalapeno business.
Why did the man throw the calendar out the window? To see time fly.
So funny. Well done everyone. Brilliant jokes all week. You've kept us laughing.
You have indeed. But now it's time for our sports update. Over to you, sports journalist.
Arthur J. Spronk, sports journalist extraordinaire, here again by popular demand with the hula hooping granny. Hula hooping granny, you've got on the verge now of a world record. I do believe you've been doing this for now nearly 5 days. How are you getting on? What are you doing?
After 5 days, I needed a bit of leisure time, so I've taken up my knitting, and I found that knitting works brilliantly while hula hooping.
Wonderful, that's enough knitting. Anything else you can do while you're hula hooping?
Well,
what else
I
can
do
you
think
do?
that now I've been hula hooping for a while, maybe my hair's a bit of a mess.
Oh, right, a hairbrush,
That's
yes,
okay.
that'll do the
I
job.
can
There's a
keep
hairbrush.
going.
Yes, your hair is
Just
wonderful. I have
okay.
marvellous hair.
There we are, that's looking better.
Well done,
Okay.
hula hooping granny.
Well,
Excellent.
Did
Anything
you
else?
know that as well as being a 97-year-old world record-breaking hula hooping granny, I can also do the Rubik's Excuse
Well, that's quite remarkable.
I would like to show you.
Hula hooping granny, here it is. Well,
at this.
this
We've
is
not
quite
many
amazing.
people
Yes, thank you very
can
much,
do
because we
this.
nearly need to
So
get back to
hard.
the studio.
Look at that, I've just done the Rubik's
Ladies
Cube.
and gentlemen, hula hooping granny. Anything else that you can do?
Well, I am a little bit tired now, so how about an apple?
Oh, an apple, yes, of course.
think I
There's an
can
apple.
eat
You have an
an
apple.
apple
That's
while
quite
hula
remarkable. Well, hula hooping granny, I do believe you have now gone past the world record as I check it. Yes, you have now gone past the world record, and now it is time to stop. Hula hooping granny,
I
it's time
think
to
I'll stop now. I have hula hooped solidly for
Well, then
5
why are
days.
you not stopping?
I am about to stop. I'm ready
You
to stop
can't
now.
stop. She
Come on.
can't stop.
I'm gonna
Stop. Stop.
It's time to stop. It's time to
Viewers,
stop.
she has been doing it for so long now, she actually cannot
don't know how to
stop.
stop
And so I think we're going to have to call the fire brigade to see whether they can stop hula hooping granny from hula hooping. Unfortunately, we can't bring you that dramatic development in the story. And so now, from Arthur J. Spronk, I sign out and I go back to the studio. Adam, Caroline, back to you.
Wow! Well, I really hope that granny gets a bit of a break after all that work she's been doing.
I know, crazy all week. Now, have a look at this, Adam. This is our pet rock.
Oh, I really want one! That's like the cutest thing!
You can make your very own.
Oh, how? How can I do that?
Let's go over and see how.
Okay, we're going to make a stone person today. Take your stone and stand it in the middle of the Play-Doh. That helps to keep it upright while you're working. And then you have some wool here. Take off about half a metre, maybe, of wool, cut it off and put it aside and keep it for later. And then with the rest of the wool, we're going to take this little cardboard shape here, which is a pom-pom maker, okay? And we're going to wind it gently around the cardboard shape, quite sort of gently, so you know it's not folding it up or anything, because it's just soft cardboard. Okay, and that eventually ends up looking like that. There it is. And next you're going to take this short piece of wool that you cut off and pop it through the hole in the cardboard there and through that side. And then we're going to tie it quite tightly to hold the pom-pom together. So nice and tight in the middle like that. And again, a double knot. There we go. And then we're going to slip that off the card and keep that for later. You could make more pom-poms later if you've got any more wool. And then the first thing we need to do is to cut the loops with our scissors. Snip that all around there, like that. And then you might need to give him a bit of a trim, depending on how you want your hair to be. Perhaps make it nice and round, like that. Okay, so that's his hair. Take one of the little sticky fixes here and peel the backing off it, and then stick it on top or wherever you want your wool hair to be, perhaps on the top there, and press the pom-pom on. You can actually trim that off, that extra bit now. Press it on top like that. There's his hair. And then with the eyes, we're going to again use these sticky fixers, or you can also use this sort of glue. That's really good for sticking on stone. But the sticky fixers probably will be okay for today. Peel the backing off and position the eyes. One on there. Let's do the other one. Why should we have that one quite close? Give it a nice expression. And there he is.
Oh, he's just the cutest little thing! Isn't he amazing? And you can make one yourself. Love it!
Okay, now let's go over to our time-travelling reporters in Jerusalem, back 2,000 years, to see what's happening.
Hello, Adam and Caroline from the studio. It's your time-travelling reporter here, and I'm here on the very day that Jesus died, the Friday that he has passed. And I'm with one of his disciples. Disciple, how are you feeling?
I am just so depressed. I'm just so disappointed, so gutted, so Jesus has died. Jesus, we thought that he was God's, well, we thought he was God himself come into this world to save us and to bring forgiveness for all our sins and to, in the end, change the whole world forever. But
and who do you think he is now?
what? I don't know. I'm so confused. That's what I thought he was. But how can he be? How can God's son die like that on a cross? I don't know. I'm just absolutely gutted.
And it's now the Sunday, 3 days after Jesus died on the cross, and I am joined here with me again by a disciple.
Oh yes!
Why are you in such a good mood? Jesus has just died.
Haven't you heard?
No.
Haven't you heard? Jesus has been raised from the dead.
What? How has that happened?
By the power of God, he has been raised from the dead.
What happened? Tell me about it.
I don't even. Okay, I'll start. Do you want me to tell you about what's happened today? I'll tell you. I'll give you the day's order.
Tell me the day's order.
Okay, so this morning, some of our friends, there's a big group of us. Some of the women, they went to the tomb. They went there because they thought they were going to have to visit the graveyard. So they went there ready to visit the graveyard and cry and weep at the grave, like I was on Friday. Anyway, they get there and they find that this massive stone that had been put over the grave to close it was gone. It had been rolled away. It was like it had been thrown aside, and of course, well, they didn't know what to think. So they got closer to the grave, and they as they got closer, they saw the grave. It was like a cave, really. It wasn't like a hole in the ground. It was like a cave. And as they got closer to it, they saw angels, 2 of them, who came and said to them, "What are you doing looking here in a graveyard for Jesus? Because Jesus is alive." Well. They came running back and they told us, and then some of the others of us ran to the tomb and found that it was just as they'd said. The stone was gone. They looked in and they saw lying in the tomb, they saw the cloths that Jesus had been laid in, white cloths, just lying on the wrapped up like they'd been folded up, like he'd made his bed in the morning.
Whoa. So fine. The grave is empty. The grave clothes have been folded. That doesn't mean Jesus has risen from the dead.
But of course it does, don't you see? Who else, if they were grave robbers, would have neatly folded up the grave clothes? Of course he was raised from the dead. And here's the real thing. We've met him.
What?
We've met him. It wasn't a ghost. It was real, physical body Jesus. He ate. Well, he didn't eat a tennis ball. He ate fish in front of our very eyes. And then some others of us came, other of the group, they came and they'd said, we've met him as well earlier today. We're all meeting him. And he's come back, he's physically alive, like he's got a brand new life. God's raised him from the dead. It's absolutely incredible. We are so excited. In fact, we're not just excited, we're just... I can't even put words on it. It's amazing.
Well, thank you very, very much for that, disciple.
Oh, well, and now, the thing is, he said to us, he said we need to go to the whole world and tell them about him, and to tell them that they need to follow him because he's alive and is living and will always be alive for people to come to and follow. So do you know what? What? I'm going to get on with that right now. I'm following the ball. Woohoo!
He's following the ball as he takes the gospel around the world. Well, it's over and out now here from your time travelling reporter. And what good news we have seen this week. We've seen that Jesus can heal a paralysed man. He can calm stormy waters. He can feed thousands. We found out that Jesus has died for our sins on the cross. And in the resurrection, we discover that it's all true. That Jesus has defeated death. That he is indeed God's very Son. This is the best news, the greatest news that the world has ever heard. I believe it. Do you?
Hey guys, remember how yesterday we found out about how Jesus died on the cross? Wasn't that so sad? I thought he was going to stay forever and save everyone. Well, how about we find out what happens next? Yeah, that's a great idea. So, here we are at the tomb. The guards are guarding it. But it's an earthquake! The guards are running away! It's so scary! Later on in the day, 3 women came to put some spices on Jesus' body. But then they found it wasn't there. What? They were staring in there, and suddenly an angel appeared. Hey guys! Ah! Jesus is gone. He's risen from the dead. And then he left. Then they left, surprised by what they had heard. Of course they didn't believe the angel that Jesus had risen from the dead. So this girl Mary wants to talk to this guy. Did you steal Jesus' body? What did you do to it? What did you do to it? The man said, Mary. And she noticed it was Jesus. Jesus is alive! Jesus is alive! She shouted. Jesus is alive! 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 Isn't it incredible, guys? I know, it's so amazing. Well, I hope you have liked having Bible stories with us. Goodbye!
Jesus healed a paralyzed man who was brought to him. Jesus healed him so he could show he forgives our sin. How cool is that? How cool is that? He told the man to pick up his mat. He must be God if he did that. How cool is that? Jesus calmed a terrible storm while he was at sea. Jesus calmed it so he could say, fear not, trust in me. How cool is that? How cool is that? He spoke the word, the waves went dead flat. He must be God if he did that. How cool is that? Jesus fed a very big crowd who no food to eat. Jesus fed them so he could show he's all that we need. How cool is that? How cool is that? From all that bread you almost get fat. He must be God if he did that. How cool is that? Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Mighty, mighty. Pray to Jesus when you're naughty, you naughty boy. Pray to Jesus, mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Mighty, mighty Jesus. When you're hurting, ow! Pray to Jesus when you're frightened. Pray to Jesus when you're sleeping. Pray to Jesus, mighty, mighty Jesus. Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Stop what you're doing and pray to Jesus. Mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Big, big, good, good, mighty, mighty Jesus. Mighty, mighty Jesus.
Wow, and that is another amazing true story. And that's what I love about all the stories we've heard this week. Whether they be from the Bible or another good news story we've been telling you, they've all been true. And that is just amazing.
I know, such good news. And although it's sad, it's the final good news show, don't forget to watch the last part of the bedtime story, The Boy, the Fox, the Mole, oh no, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, I ought to know what it's called, which will premiere at 6:30 tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited. But I can't believe that this is it. This has been such a fantastic week, and we'd love to see you at Christchurch Sidcup opposite the Harvester at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
But for now, it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from her. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hilarious! And we'd love to hear your blah, 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 blah. Friday, living for the weekend. Do you want to do take 2 on the board?